Pikz is playing Mythra, Aegis, whatever you want to call him. This is like, I think this is a pretty cool matchup because we've had like a big uprising of Falcos here in Chicago, and then we've also had a big uprising of Aegis in Chicago for kind of different reasons. Like, people playing Aegis because there's a consensus that they're easily top 5, and then people playing Falco because, like, basic general fundamentals, and they're also just a pretty cool character that a lot of people around here are playing, so they're getting easier and easier to learn for a lot of people.
Right. Definitely Pyra Mythra. Hopefully, I don't want to see Pyra Mythra get a lot of representation just because of how almost brain dead you can play Mythra half the time. But at the same time, it's like there is still a pretty good skill curve to play both characters, especially if you want to do it in tandem.
Yeah.
So, let's see what
we'll see here. Pikz still opting to go with Mythra. I feel like lately we have seen a lot of people turn into Pyra pretty early on to try to get kills. They sort of like, I feel like Aegis players really like to sort of feel out how other opponents are going to react to each character. But I also think there are certain people who genuinely prefer one character over the other.
Right. I'm a Pyra man if I had to choose. But
Pyra, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Both are pretty good characters. I think most would tell you that like Mythra is the better of the two for obvious reasons. Just have a better neutral. But
yeah,
it's gotta feel great turning to Pyra and killing someone at 60 if they do something wrong.
Oh yeah. Dump it and then kill him with an up smash. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, let a quick percent. Up B gonna hit Falcogal, center to the right side of the stage.
A little bit of an earlier Pyra switch here than the last one.
That's what I'm saying is that like I've seen that quite a bit lately is the quick switch to Pyra. What a lot of people like to do, what Pikz did like there, is when you have enough percent on someone to get them knocked up in the air in any sort of like, give yourself any sort of significant space, they will almost keep like fly swattering you away so you can't land back on stage, make you panic, and then kill you really early. Because Pyra can do that because she has a lot more knockback and kill power.
Right. Yeah. I also think it has to do a little bit of like getting in the other players' heads, almost kind of like fear factor almost. Because at the end of the day, well, and as I say that, Falcogal takes another stock. But at the end of the day, Pyra Mythra is one of those characters where it's like, no matter which one you're facing, you always have to be afraid of the other one coming out at any time.
Yeah.
And they both, like you said, they have their advantages and their disadvantages. And that's kind of what makes them very scary.
Yeah.
It's just the overall idea that, oh, this isn't working? Switch to the other one.
Exactly. Two completely different characters, two completely different strategies. And just like that, Mythra wasn't playing the neutral that, the early fist bump. You see that?
Yeah.
The game 1 fist bump. That's always like really weird to me when someone does that because it's
I'm
like,
so confused.
because it's almost, people do that to
up?
me and I start thinking it's like a mind game where it's like almost as if like, that was a good trial run. And I was like, what?
Now I've got you, you on the download.
Figured out.
I've got the download on you. I'm going to 3-stock you this time. You cannot do that with Pyra Mythra. Unless you're that bad, you cannot 3-stock Pyra Mythra. I've never seen it. I'm going to go on record.
They just have too much. I mean, like, listen, anyone can be 3-stock at any point, but I get what you mean.
Well, yeah.
There's such a versatile character.
Yeah.
Anytime you don't like how you're feeling with one character, you can just turn into a different one. So, yeah, I mean, I get that perspective a lot.
Yeah.
However, figuring out one person's either Pyra or Mythra, and then just playing keep away from the other can really throw off an Aegis main. Really having download on one half of the two characters that you are presented facing really changes someone's mindset because it might it might force the Aegis player to play one way more than the other than they want to, and that could get in their head as well.
Yeah, no. Definitely that way for sure. And as you can see, Falcogal picking up a little bit of a pace there, just not getting in the good distance to keep Pyra off there. I don't know why he didn't switch to Mythra. Would have probably made it if he did.
I don't think, like, I think it was one of those situations where you're kind of like off stage and you're just like, all right, I'll just recover. And then you're like, oh, wait, I forgot I don't have a jump. And then someone hits you with one tiny projectile, and you're like,
yeah,
I guess I'm dead. And with a regular character, that's just sort of like one of those things where you just kind of shake your head. But it's even worse when you have another character who had a completely different recovery you could have used.
Right. Yeah. Definitely playing much, much better now.
Yeah.
Catching a lot of reads and catching a lot of mistiming.
Yeah.
On Pikz part, for sure.
Yeah, Falco's, both the player and the bird, have been, they've been shielding a lot of what Pikz is trying to do, and then just really solid countering with everything that they try to throw out. A lot of fairs and a lot of getting Pikz off stage so that they can just take control of neutral more.
Right. Oh, the 599 comes out right there.
I don't see that a whole lot, actually.
Yeah. So stupid. It's a really dumb move.
Up tilt, into the nair, into the fair.
Gets it. Down air.
The trials and tribulations of facing all of Falco's aerials coming out right there, but Pikz is able to get back on stage, and he is the stronger of the sisters right here.
Right.
Pikz trying to do everything he can. Not going to be enough. Eats a sweet chin music right to the face.
Yep. And we are, hopefully, he's got to cover this right now, or he's going to be in a very bad spot for this last stock. Weird interaction with the blaster. Gets the reverse. What's going to happen there? Oh, he gets the spike!
Nice.
All right, they fist bumped again.
The mid-game fist bumps. And now it's like, I feel like Falcogal also initiated that fist bump. And now, because like the first fist bump is like, all right, trial run. Second fist bump is like, I got it. And now like Pikz.
Are they going to fist bump
if
again?
I was Pikz, I'd be scared. I'd be like, oh, jeez, dude, I don't know.
Yo, Pikz, what was your original main? you might want to go back.
Dude, Pikz's original main was Inkling, right?
Was it?
I think it was Inkling.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Adriel.
Adriel.
Did Pikz played Inkling, right, before Aegis, do you know? Did Pikz play Inkling before Aegis? Okay, I'm gonna say yes. I'm pretty sure it was Inkling.
We're gonna find out.
Mythra, back here, starting out on Pokemon Stadium for Game 3. Falcogal, we sort of talked about it, but really had more of a download. Game 2 right there.
Right.
Was just playing a more solid neutral. Pikz was trying to get in, couldn't find the right moves to really throw her off her game, and then Falcogal kind of capitalized. Really never tried to do too much. She just sort of stayed within her game plan, get Pikz off the stage as much as possible, and protect and just gimp and just edge guard, ledge guard.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. And we are on PS2 as well. Classic stage. Always, can never go wrong with PS2. But
I think you can never go wrong with PS2, but I think more characters can go right with PS2.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that like Pikz probably likes this stage just because. Ooh, well, I say that, but maybe Falco doesn't mind it as much as I thought as she did. I was gonna say Pikz playing Mythra and having the ability to have the speed advantage over Falco at any point and play with the platforms above him has to feel really good. Especially when you need some safety against a lot of Falco's better and aggressive aerials.
There we go.
So now going to Pyra after Falcogal was able to take a pretty early stock. Trying to come back here as much as possible. Actually switched into Pyra kind of late. Not super late, but late enough to the point where I thought like maybe Falcogal was going to take advantage of the speed downgrade and get the hand over on another stock, but not quite. Pikz was able to figure something out and trying to work this game back to neutral.
Yep. I think here in this situation, it's about a 50% stock percent lead right now. I don't know if I would have switched to Pyra right there, but I guess it kind of worked out in her favor.
I think like with because that's the thing. If you want to talk like Pyra strategy, like when do you actually turn into Pyra, at what point? Because I guess it really is whenever you feel like you can kill someone just like that. And all of a sudden, Pikz has the advantage.
Yep.
That's what you get. I mean, at any point, I mean, don't get me wrong, Pyra had a little rage on her, but 59%, 2 moves later, Pikz is currently leading the game.
Yep. At a very scary percent, which just, you know, 100 over perfect, but it's still pretty scary, especially if Mythra touches you and pulls off an attack. But I guess we will never know because we're back to even.
So that was kind of interesting. It got to the point where Pikz had like 170%, and I sort of thought his direction was more like, okay, one more move, I'm dead, so I'm going to switch to Pyra to try to hit Falco with some sort of big move to get as much damage as possible and just accept me dying. But quickly turned back into Pyra to try to get something going in neutral and didn't work out.
Right. Closing down to the wire here, though. We are very, very close to getting this match its ultimate victor. And he misses that down smash. I wonder if he's trying to catch a quick get up with that, or maybe missed the tech on that.
This match has gotten actually super even.
Yeah.
It had all the credentials to go super even here, game 3, but it sort of looked like Falco was going to run away with it, and then all of a sudden, one switch to Pyra changed everything,
That's gonna do it.
But it didn't change enough. Falco girl with the fist bump for herself, actually. She went fist bump game 1, fist bump game 2, fist bump herself. She went